What's good, man? It's your round. Pack Boy Dolo checking in with another episode of the Round the Clock Thinker Show, man. And you already know what I'm gonna say. Shout out to my people out there, man. I'm sipping warm apple cider. It's gonna be a good show. But first and foremost, the show is brought to you by the Treeway Winterwear Collection, man. Make sure you cop that drip. The links are in the description. Fall time is coming up. It's not even summer yet, but I'm just letting you know when fall time roll in, we're going to be promoting this and advertising this even more. Also, my Aunt Step clothing brand, the Funny Face campaign, Funny Face Foundations, is always going up with that. And it'll also be getting promoted right here soon. I'ma just basically swap this hoodie out with that. So as soon as the time comes for us to start campaigning the Funny Face Foundation for Aunt Step, then you will also see that hoodie up here. It's super dope as well. And I think I may have the Teespring link in the description. I'm not sure, but if I do, you can find it in the description as well. Also, make sure you go check out my booklet, man. I dropped it last year around Christmas time. The ebook is in the description for free. If I was you, I probably wouldn't even worry about ordering an Amazon copy because I'm about to repurpose it and do a different format with it because I got a new idea on how I want to present it. So I'm gonna repurpose it and rebrand it, and then I'm gonna let y'all know when all that is ready to go. You dig? Yeah. Today we're going to be talking about something super important, man. We're going to tie in the well-known movie Karate Kid. And so the name of today's show is Real Help Feels Different and Challenges the Ego. Real Help Feels Different and Challenges the Ego. What I mean by that is, have you ever had someone really want you to grow? Probably even more than you. So much that they had no hesitation with calling you out. And even though sometimes you didn't like it, right? You sucked it up and actually thanked them later because you realized why they were doing what they were doing. You feel me? It's almost like a person who's been through what you're going through several times, and they know what you don't know, but your ego really will be blocking your vision, keeping you from seeing the truth, keeping you from seeing the actual thing you need to see in order to grow. You feel me? In order to grow into a better you. You know what I'm saying? So I've been through that a lot of times. I'm sure anybody who's grown from where they were and they had help, they faced this, right? They faced this, and facing it has a lot to do with putting your ego to the side and being like, you know what? I want to win and I want to grow. And that's way more important than me trying to be right in this situation. Me trying to override this person who's basically here to help me. They're not here to hurt me. They're here to help me. But the ego will have you feeling like they think they're better than you. They know more than you. Well, in reality, they are better than you, and they do know more than you, in a sense, right? So putting your ego to the side is just being open to that, and we're going to talk about that later. But first, let's roll into the Karate Kid example, man, because This is really important, and it's going to help bring my point home. What I'm talking about is going to help bring this point all the way home. All right. And this is like almost a 4-minute video, 3 minutes and 55 seconds. This the old school Karate Kid, the one when Daniel-san and Mr. Miyagi's on here, and you know you got the wax on, wax off. This movie came out in 1984, but I'm about to break it down for you right here. Hold on, let me tune this down just a hair. Right. And let's get into it. I'm gonna break it down as we go.
Oh, this spot. What spot?
So he told him he missed a spot while he was painting. Oh yeah, and let me go ahead and preface it for the ones who haven't watched Karate Kid. So basically, this kid, Daniel-san, he wanted to learn how to do karate, right? He wanted to learn karate on a deep level because he was being bullied at school, and he also like had a passion for it, seemed like. So this guy, Mr. Miyagi, is a karate master. And when he met Mr. Miyagi, and Mr. Miyagi said, okay, yeah, I'll teach you karate. Mr. Miyagi had him waxing on and waxing off cars, washing cars, right? He had him sanding floors. He had him painting. And Daniel-san, the kid, he's like, yo, what did this have anything to do with karate? How does this relate to karate at all? Like, I'm painting, I'm washing cars, I'm sanding floors, but I'm not learning how to kick and punch. And this scene right here breaks down to where his ego, Daniel-san's ego, got in the way and caused him to start questioning the process of what Mr. Miyagi was taking him through. And Mr. Miyagi just told him he missed a spot that triggered something. Now he ready to go off. Check it out.
Hey, how come you didn't tell me you were going fishing?
You're not here when I go.
Well, maybe I wouldn't want her to go. You ever think of that?
You're karate training.
I'm what? I'm being your goddamn slave is what I'm being, man. Now, we made a deal here.
So?
So you're supposed to teach and I'm supposed to learn, remember? For 4 days, I've been busting my ass. I haven't learned a goddamn thing.
See, he don't think that he learned anything. But Mr. Miyagi just said, he's about to say, you learned plenty. You learned plenty. Just because you didn't learn how to kick and punch yet, right? You've learned plenty because there's a lot that you don't know that you don't know. It's a lot with techniques that I've taught you that now, up to this point, it's second nature for you. It's automatic for you. And you don't even know that yet because you're too focused on literally kicking and punching without understanding that, hey, this guy knows way more than me. He's a master. So apparently this painting, sanding floors, all this washing cars, wax on, wax off, all these things that he's having me do, they must be important. Let's keep going. He telling them he learned plenty. Watch this.
Learned plenty.
I learned plenty. I learned how to sand your decks, maybe. I wax your car, paint your house, paint your fence. I learned plenty, right?
Not everything is as simple.
Oh, bullshit. I'm going home, man.
He said not everything is as it seems. Not everything is as it seems. Why did he say that? Because Daniel-san can't see it yet. Right? To Daniel-san, it seems like all he's doing is slaving. His ego has him thinking all he's doing is work that Mr. Miyagi is too lazy to do. Pretty much, right? And it has him tripping, and he's like, okay, I'm going home. Now watch this.
Daniel-san. Daniel-san.
Calls him back.
What?
Come here. Show me sand the floor.
I can't move my arm, all right?
He fixes his arm. Watch this. And YouTube, don't be tripping, man. I'm just trying to break some shit down. I'm not showing the visuals. Don't be tripping, YouTube. Let me be great out here.
What are you doing? What are you... Ow! Ow, what are you doing?
Now show me. Sand the floor.
How did you do that?
Shut up!
Hey, you focus. Listen. He told him, hey, show me. I fixed your arm. Now you're still questioning, how did I do that? No, listen to what I'm telling you. Show me sand the floor, right?
Sand the floor.
Hey, stand up. Show me sand the floor. Sand the floor. Sand the floor. Big sucker, sand the floor. Sand the floor. Yes. Now show me wax on, wax off. Hey.
Wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off.
See, he tried to do it all in a hurry. He's starting to notice that, okay, what he was doing obviously had some meaning to it, some purpose to it. So he tried to rush through it. And Mr. Miyagi is like, no, concentrate, focus on what you're doing, technique, focus on what you're doing, right?
Hey, wax on, hat. Wax off. Hat. Concentrate. Look at my eye. Lock a hand. Thumb inside. Wax on, hat. Wax off, hat. Wax on, hat. Wax off, hat. Wax on. Wax off. Hush. Show me pentafence. Up, down. Up, down, up, down. Other side. Look eye. Always look eye. Show me paint the house. Side. Lock wrist. Side. Hush. Show me wax on, wax off. That!
Muscle memory. He's blocking the punches without even thinking about it.
Show me pentafence. Show me side to side. Show me sand on floor. Stop! Hey. Look eye. Always look eye. Come back tomorrow.
He said, come back tomorrow. Hold on, y'all. I gotta have something to put this incense out on. Hold on. Come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. You see that? He didn't know what he didn't know. He didn't know what he didn't know, y'all. Right? So let's keep rolling with the show, man. We're gonna get into it, man. Alright. So chapter 1. What do they know anyways? That's kind of how Daniel's son was acting towards Mr. Miyagi. What do you know anyways? I've been sanding floors, washing cars, painting your house. How does this have anything to do with karate? What do you know anyways? The first start point I got, and I got a show on this, you should go check it out. It's pretty deep. He was being stubborn with change. He was being stubborn with change. He didn't want to accept the change. Right? It was change occurring in ways that he didn't really understand. All he knew is that his arm was sore and he was quote unquote being slaved, doing all this man's housework, right? Washing his cars and shit. But in reality, this dude, Mr. Miyagi, was showing him something without even showing him. Muscle memory. The fundamentals. He was giving him the fundamentals, the techniques of karate. So the next thought point I got is the ego feels challenged. Excuse me. That's why he was being stubborn with change. And that long, drawn out process. Because one day he would come, he'd say, okay, wash the cars. The next day he come, he'd say, okay, paint the house. Right? The time, that long, he had to be patient. Long, drawn out process. Then look, sometimes it took a couple of days to finish painting. Then sanding floors. Sometimes it took a couple of days, a few days to finish sanding floors. Right? So he was growing impatient. And he had got to a point where he had it. When Mr. Miyagi told him one thing, hey, you missed a spot. It triggered something, right? And that long, drawn out process, his impatience caused his ego to feel challenged. So let's roll into chapter 2. Wow, how uncomfortable. You would agree that he was uncomfortable. It's just like a bodybuilder. Somebody go to a bodybuilder and say, hey, I want to be a bodybuilder. Then they say, okay, well, what are you eating? McDonald's and Taco Bell. Okay. How often do you work out? Not at all. Okay. Well, you have to change your diet and you have to change your workout habits. And then when they go to the gym, right, they're doing the same reps, small reps over and over and over every day. They're not a bodybuilder yet. Before they go to the gym and after they leave the gym, they're eating the same type of meals every day. They're not used to it. They're not used to either of these things. Don't you think that would make them very uncomfortable? But they want to be a bodybuilder though. You want to be a bodybuilder, then you got to do the things that bodybuilders do. You got to eat how they eat. You got to work out how they work out. You see what I'm saying? So back to Danielson, he was very uncomfortable. Very. In his mind, he wanted to kick and punch so that he could beat up the bullies. But like I said in his first start point, that was his first time setting the ego aside. And when you sit the ego aside, you're going to feel uncomfortable. When you identify with the nature of the ego and how it works and how it clouds your judgment, you're gonna feel uncomfortable. It's gonna be hard to believe otherwise because you've always been believing in the lies. You've always been identifying and believing in this ego. Right? And you feel like what it says goes. But you have to be strong enough to put it to the side. You have to be strong enough to put the ego to the side and focus on the objective. Focus on what you're trying to get out of the experience, right? So let's roll into the next start point. I just said this about the ego. And this is another way of saying putting the ego to the side, but just a different form. You have to put your self-importance to the side if you truly want to learn and grow. The ego is nothing but your self-importance. You somehow feel important. So important that you don't want to listen to the person who you just asked to help you. You feel so important that you don't want to accept the help that you asked for. You have to put the self-importance to the side and be open to being corrected. Be open to being wrong. Be open to challenging yourself and growing, learning. It's new to you. This is something new, right? It's almost like fixing your swing on a golf club. You've been hitting it the same way for so long, it feels comfortable. But when you fix it and your fundamentals and your techniques are actually proper, it's gonna feel uncomfortable. But you swing that golf club and zip, away the ball goes. And you like, wow. The result you got, it confused you because you felt so uncomfortable with the new way that you were holding the club. But that's the most effective way to hold the club. Right, so let's roll into chapter 3. Once you get it, you got it. I've got the groove. You got the groove now. What you gonna do with it? You got the groove. You get it. You understand why they were doing what they were doing, why they were challenging you. You understand why you had to wax on, wax off. Everything came to Daniel-san when Mr. Miyagi threw a flurry of punches and kicks at him, right? He threw a flurry of punches and kicks at him. Daniel-san blocked them without thinking about it. It was muscle memory, second nature. From all of the housework that he was doing, waxing cars, sanding floors, painting houses. It was teaching him muscle memory and technique. But he didn't know what he didn't know. He thought he was just slaving around for Mr. Miyagi, who was too lazy to do his own housework. See what I'm saying? So the first start point I got right here is this. Thank them now. Thank them. Say, hey, look, I get what you was doing. I get what you saying. I understand where you were coming from now. Yeah, man, I get it. Wow. You did this because of this. Man, thank you. I appreciate that. Right? And now you have a newfound ear. Now you're really going to listen to them. You're really going to listen. Because you see the results now. At first you wasn't seeing the results, and the ego was being challenged by that because you thought everything was for nothing. But when you're dealing with giants and people who have done what you want to do at a very high level, nothing is for nothing. Everything is for something, and you have to pay attention and just listen. You have to just listen and apply. Put your ego to the side. Put your self-importance to the side. Be open, listen, and apply. And you have to be strong to do this. Because your sense of self can't be tied into the ego. You have to separate your sense of self from the ego. Which says, okay, yeah, you let this person boss you around, huh? That's what your ego is saying. But the person that is quote unquote bossing you around is leveling you up in ways that you have no idea until you get there. And when you get there and look back, you're like, dang, man. It's a lot that I didn't know. It's a lot that I didn't know that I know now. And it's a lot that I didn't understand why I was doing something, but now I know why I was doing it. And from there, you just catapult yourself because you have it now. You have it. Right? And you should celebrate your success. Celebrate it. Clap it up for yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back and say, man, I did it. Okay, thank them. And then thank yourself because you listened and you overrode that ego. You overrode your self-importance. You became completely nobody and nothing. And you said, hey, we're going to start from scratch. We're going to start from scratch. We're not going to be identified with who we used to be. We're not going to be identified with what we used to have. None of that matters right now. Because in reality, all you have is right now. And right now, it designs your future. So it's really up to you how you want your future to look. And you don't need to be thinking about too much in the future. Your focus should be on right now. And the past should be dissolved and dissipated. No longer even exist. Because it doesn't matter. Only thing matters is what you're trying to accomplish right now, and whatever you're trying to accomplish right now obviously makes sense to have a positive effect on your future, a positive effect on who you're becoming and where you're headed. You feel me? So you remember, this is next start point I got, last one. Remember what you learned about yourself, because this is crucial. What you learned about yourself is more important than what you learned as far as skill set and fundamentals. What you learned about yourself, how long it took for you to get over your ego, right? What did it take for you to get over your ego? What was it that triggered you when you were being stubborn with change? All this stuff matters. How are you questioning them about what they was trying to show you? What you learned about yourself is very, very important, because you can keep building on it, keep building on it, keep building on it. And there's no end to it. There's no end to it. And this is the same thing that I'll be presenting to you in the Unlimited Reset. The unlimited reset is going to challenge your ego. And if you're not doing an in-person retreat with me that you have to really email me about on the back end, because that's a whole different process, you have to hold yourself accountable with this unlimited reset. Mental fasting, not being on social media, not watching TV, not listening to music. You have to hold yourself accountable. I'm not there to hold you accountable. This is where you grow. This is where you learn yourself. You see what I'm saying? And everything that you learn about yourself levels you up to unlocking new levels of yourself. But only you can do that, though. I can show you what to do, how to do it, but I can't force you to actually apply it and do it. You have to know what gets you going. You have to practically force yourself, because it's not going to be easy. It's not, let me repeat that. It's not going to be easy. It just gets easier. And as it gets easier, from you continuously applying it and raising the standard, that's the key, raising the standard. You have to have a standard that says, look, I want to change my life. I'm tired of living how I'm living. I'm tired of doing the same shit over and over again. Getting the same results and then going to talk to somebody about how I want to change. But I ain't doing shit. That shit get annoying to you. It got annoying to me hearing me talk about what I should be doing. You know what I'm saying? Hearing me talk about what I wanted to do and not doing a damn thing about it. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. One day, you know what I did? I shut up and started doing shit. I just shut up. If I was in conversation and I felt myself about to say something to somebody about what I was about to do or doing or whatever, I would cut it off. I would stop myself. Because I got to prove it to me first before I got to have the evidence to say I've done it. Not even that I'm doing. I need to have the evidence to say that I've done it. And that has everything to do with raising your standard, man. Man, it's your round. Packboy Dolo checking out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, man. That way, anytime these shows drop, you will get notified. You can come soak up this game. And then, once again, I'm about to release the mental fasting segment of the Unlimited Reset. It's going to be a brief introduction. Actually, I'm going to shoot that right after this. It's going to be a brief introduction to give you an understanding on what is really going on. And after that, I'm going to just roll out segments to you, man. Roll them out to you. And it's all up to you to apply this information. Peace.